Sometimes the term one-man team becomes a reality in the NBA. When the team is not on the same page, some players have to bring out that superstar power and take it to the highest level to achieve their goals. These are the most impressive takeover moments in the NBA. Few players represent this fact as much as LeBron James. Whether due to injury or poor roster construction, the superstar from Akron has on more than one occasion found himself surrounded by players that any fan would consider mediocre. In February 2009, in a regular season game against the Milwaukee Bucks, LeBron decided to ride his game sliders until he made the matchup look like his high school playground.
James hit a deep three-pointer off the glass. James all right, he has to reload here.
Gutsy
three-pointer.
We've seen it, 2 turnovers already by the Bucks, so they got to be very, very alert.
My goodness.
To his threes. It's amazing to make those jumpers like that.
Oh my goodness.
And he missed his free throw.
This man decided to go on a mission. 16 points in 2 minutes with shots like that? No wonder he's still a superstar 14 years later. The Bucks started the quarter 6 points up, and the next time LeBron decided to pass to a teammate, they were down 8. Another player who knew what it was like to take a mediocre team to the finals was Allen Iverson when he did it with the Philadelphia 76ers in 2001. The strategy of Larry Brown, the then coach of the Sixers, to achieve it? Give him the ball and give him space.
Philly, I can tell you that right now. Iverson putting against Riley, loses Riley, comes in deep.
Following 8-footer, good!
Iverson was capable of causing an earthquake on the court just by dribbling the ball. And not only did he have the ability to be a nightmare for his defenders, but he also had the winning gene. Allen was able to lead a team of Eric Snow, George Lynch, Theo Ratliff, Tyrone Hill, and 34-year-old Dikembe Mutombo to the NBA Finals in 2001. Not only that, but the Answer's first game in the Finals would go down as one of the most over-the-top takeover moments we've ever seen.
You love the fact that he is fearless. He can.
Bryant lost it. McKee took it away for Kobe Bryant. Iverson lead by 12.
And getting stronger as the game goes on.
Iverson with 41 points.
Now, I said they were wearing him down.
Beating Shaq and Kobe's Lakers at home in the NBA Finals with that team must feel like winning the Spring League Championship at school with your friends who never played basketball. Although Iverson lost those finals 4-1, he became an icon both on and off the court and was a trendsetter with his legendary crossovers and finishes at the rim. Almost as iconic as our next player, Stephen Curry, who didn't have as impressive a start to his career as Allen but caught up with him eventually. On February 28, 2013, Curry's Warriors were visiting Madison Square Garden, a court that would see the first of the wild performances of the future greatest shooter of all time.
Quick, Curry off the screen, got enough room. Again, Steph Curry!
They had to change the 2K gameplay so you could do that in a video game. And that's because the Warriors' second highest scoring starter was Klay Thompson with an impressive performance of 6 points. But the shooting guard would have his turn just 2 years later. As a Sacramento Kings visit to the Bay Area, Klay decided that he would be the first offensive option that night. And the situation wasn't in the mood for Steve Kerr to tell him to stop shooting.
He's got it. His three.
They pop him again.
Play again, his three.
Most players who have come through the NBA have never scored 37 points in a game. Klay decided to do it in 1 quarter. But these are the powers that come with being one of the 2 best shooters in league history. And just as dominant as the Splash Brothers with 3-pointers, but from mid-range, was Carmelo Anthony, the King of New York, one of the best superstars to even wear the colors of the Big Apple franchise. In a game at Madison against the then Charlotte Bobcats, Melo decided it was his night. This man decided to score 62 points without practically stepping in the paint. But this was Carmelo Anthony.
puts up a three, puts it in, goes up underneath, lays it in, 51.
When he was plugged in, he was virtually unstoppable, and except for Amare Stoudemire's first season with the Knicks, he was always pretty much alone against the danger in the tough East of LeBron James. And Melo was a superstar through and through. But from now on, let's take a look at the other side of the poster. Paul Millsap. Because so far we've only talked about superstars, LeBron, Curry, Klay, Melo. But Paul Millsap was a great basketball player. The four-time All-Star with the Atlanta Hawks starred in one of the most spectacular and amazing moments in NBA history. Virtually any casual NBA fan has ever seen Tracy McGrady's 13 points in 35 seconds.
McGrady overbowling for three. Yes! McGrady for the win. Yes! 1.7 to go.
But many people are unaware that Paul Millsap turned in an almost equally heroic performance while playing on the Utah Jazz in a showdown on the Miami Heat's home court. 3 three-pointers and a buzzer beater in 28 seconds to send the game into overtime at the home of LeBron James' Miami Heat.
Andre with 3.4, fires a CJ, looking for three, short, rebound, Millsap, yes! 17 seconds, the spinner, Millsap, three, yes!
I hope they went on to win the game. And they did. And that's because NBA stars are light years ahead of mortals. Any of them have great skills, even making shots they would never take in an official game. However, when they take it to the streets, they become real monsters. And if not, just tell that to Kevin Durant, when in the summer of 2011 he decided to take a stroll through the legendary Rucker Park, leaving one of the most historic clips of World Street basketball.
Everybody's guarding them. All 5 of them. Everyone.
KD scored 66 points. Even the best defenses in the NBA can't stop Durant. How did they expect to do it with some street basketball stars? But the most incredible takeover moment in history couldn't be starred by anyone other than Kobe Bryant. On January 22, 2006, at a time when the averages of all NBA teams were much lower, the Black Mamba scored a whopping 81 points out of his team's 122.
With the backhand layup. Bryant again for the Lake. Go deep baseline. Got it again. Trying to move around Mo Pete. Trying to put him up. Finally shoots. Counted it off. Kobe with it now. Lakers lead 105-96. Another three.
Well, there's 70.
Pump fake for two. Kobe's got the Laker record. Be 18 for 20 from the line and an 81-point game.
With a starting 5 of Lamar Odom, Chris Mim, Kwame Brown, Smush Parker, and himself, Kobe had no choice that season but to carry his team to victory game after game. And so it is demonstrated by his average in points that season going up to 35.4 points per game. NBA superstars are made of different stuff. That combination of technique, physique, and IQ that only the best possess and allows them to be one step ahead of the rest is noticeable every time their ambitions are on full display. These have been some of the most impressive takeover moments in the NBA.